What is up, everyone? Circon here, bringing you guys Advent Calendar Day 6. And it's gonna be the ELC Even 90. Now, this has definitely been for sale more than once ever since it was released, as you can see here as well. 2/1/2018. So maybe some of you probably forgot about it because this is really kind of an odd premium, to say the least. But let's get into the prices first. The whole bundle is $45 basically, or $44.59. Same bundle as always. Still not worth it. If you're gonna buy it in game, it's 6,500 gold, which is about 24 euros. Which for a tier A premium is a pretty decent price, right? The funny thing is, though, is that a lot of premiums are going to be 15 to 30% off at tier 8s sometimes as well. So then this is even on the expensive side, but yeah. It's kind of funny how this thing is like 13 euros cheaper than a Scorpion G or a Canonen Jagdpanzer of yesterday. Anyway, the ELC Even 90. So for those who don't know, it is a premium French light tank, right? And it's extremely small. Like, extremely small. It is perhaps one of the tiniest tanks in the entire game, probably. And it has no armor, as you might expect. Has decent top speed, of 70. Power to weight is good. Tank diverse, it's okay. 90 gauge gun depression, also okay. 380 range, bit on the low side, I'm not gonna lie. And then we get to the DPM, which at a base level is 1152 at tier 8. Because this thing is an autoloader, 3 shots, that takes 30 seconds base to reload, and an interclip reload of 2.5 seconds for a clip size of 3, doing only 220 damage with 175 base pen or 215 APCR pen and 45 G pen, but you're never gonna load this. That extra 50 alpha is not ever gonna be worth it for 45 pen. Don't ever load this HE. It is pretty bad. Not only that, the aim time is really bad. If you're trying to clip someone accurately, then your interclip reload is longer than the aim time. The dispersion is still pretty bad. Shell velocity is horrible. It's only 90 caliber, so you're not gonna overmatch a lot. And the APCR costs 4,400 per shot, which means that every time you shoot your entire clip, it's going to be over 12,000 credits if you shoot an APCR clip. Yeah. The crew, commander's also the radio and the loader, so he needs to be really well skilled. Driver gunner. So this might be one of those things where you might actually lose control of your tank, aka die, because your crew dies with all the HE going around. Again, this is kind of like, I guess the best comparison would be the British light tanks. Sort of, but with an autoloader. Because, like, you're not going to kill anything. But you're tiny, and your camo is pretty good. And you have suboptimal view range for a tier 8 scout. So, yeah, is this worth it? I really don't think so. The only thing it does do is provide you with literally like a gameplay that you cannot get anywhere else, right? That's pretty much it. It is so uniquely bad, but still fast enough and small enough to have some really troll games. That it's some weird thing where if you do well with this thing, it feels really good because you're not expecting to do much. But I think 90% of you, if not more, will absolutely hate this vehicle. So how would it look fully buffed up? We go up to an amazing 1240 DPM. And that's with vents, that's with burst arms, and that's with food. So the reload goes all the way down to 27 seconds. And then the aim time is almost as good as the interclip. And the dispersion goes down to 33. But yeah. And then we have really good free range. We have 476 free range. And that's with everything in there. You could actually make the argument that vert stabs might not be worth it here. Because you're not going to do a lot of shooting, are we? So you might actually want to go something like Binos or Camo Net or like maybe even the toolbox. So in the times you do get tracked and people do hit you, that you can get away. But honestly, this tank is it's really not worth it. Oh man, I think you're better off spending your gold or your money on like the what we're gonna assume are the loot boxes. Or like almost anything else. And also, this thing nowadays, after it came out, right? After this thing came out about a year ago, by now it has to compete with the Panhard EBR 75, which is crazy good. Like, crazy good. So, I would, and this thing is only 500 gold more. Like, what are we talking about here? Anyway, if you're still like, you know what, Circon, I would like to see you play it. And I'm like, sure. I have, apparently, because I looked it up with the amazing search function on my YouTube channel, that I have 5 videos of games in it. So check those out for the love of God before you buy anything. Check these out. And yeah, report back to me. And yeah, I would love to hear your thoughts on this one, boys. Are you gonna get one? I highly doubt it. If you already have one, what are your thoughts on it? And if you've had one from the beginning, don't you feel like this thing is like even less optimal than when it first came out? As in terms of like the competition that has arisen over the last like 2 years almost. Anyway, love to hear your thoughts. Peace out, guys.